Peace and namaste, everybody. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for liking and subscribing to and hitting the bell for the clicking the alert there, whatever that's called. Hey, all right. So, as you can see, I've been delving a bit into the Bhagavad Gita again. And here's a quote: "The one who leaves the body at the hour of death, remembering me, attains my abode." Now, I didn't know that when I died. But I did experience that when I died. I attained the abode of heaven when I died, not for any other reason, just because I remembered God at my death. Now, maybe there's other reasons for that too, but I was remembering God, the one, while I died. That's what was in my mind as I stood there on the cliff. But the power of the oneness when I died is what brought it to my consciousness. So, how does one cultivate this so that at the moment of death, one already is reflecting or remembering the divine? Well, it's pretty easy. You just practice all the time, or you practice regularly. You practice remembering the divine presence while you live so that when you die, it's in the top of your mind. It's really pretty simple. It eliminates the fear of the transition, or it lessens it. Now, I wasn't afraid when I died that I had God in my mind when I was dying. It's pretty simple. You think of the light, light attracts light, like attracts like, all that sort of stuff. So the mindset is simple. How do you cultivate the mindset so that when you leave your body at the hour of your death, you remember the divine? Practice it. It's that simple. We become what we believe. That's another thing the Bhagavad Gita says. We are what we believe. Human beings are systems of belief. And the practice of meditation, eliminating the self, focusing on the oneness of being, becomes your being. It's part of the process. The more one does this, the more it becomes who you already are. Super simple. I hope that really sets you up for your death, because one of the things we don't do in our lives very much is prepare for our dying. Not just our dying, but our actual death. And it is the thing that's coming for us. It's not a negative thing, it's a transitional thing. And how do you prepare? Well, you spend some of your time as often as you can in remembrance now, and so that when you're dying, when you're in that process, you already have the mindset. I knew this old fella. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Judith. Hey, Freetness. I knew this old fella. He was a member of my congregation, and he'd become pretty wealthy running a very large plumbing supply company. He actually ended up leaving the church a lot of money. But as he lay dying, his family came to me and said, Dad, we might be able to extend Dad's life if he accepts the chemo. And I went to him, and his name was Bob, and I said, Bob was old. He might have been 80 years old enough. And I said, Bob, your family wants me to tell you that they want you to extend your life through the chemo. And he said to me, with his blue eyes sparkling, he said, I don't want to suffer any more than I already have. And I've spent my entire life preparing for this, with a smile on his face. My whole life of faith and remembrance and belief has set me on the course to this very time in my life. I'm ready for this and I want this. He was unlike most of the people I was with as they died, or were in the process of the beginning stages of dying. Most people wanted to cling, but Bob, he wanted to go home. He hadn't had any sort of mystical experience that he ever told me about, but he had spent his life in preparation for his dying. And so that in the hours leading to his death, in the weeks and month leading to his death, he remembered the divine. And he literally died with a smile on his face. It's pretty simple. All right, my friends. Good morning, Susie from snowy Boulder. Hey, Siri, set a timer for 21 minutes. We practice for 21 minutes starting now. We practice just for 20 minutes here, and it makes it easy. It makes it simple. So, begin with 3 ohms. We follow our breath practice. When our mind wanders, we come back to our prayer, focus on our breath. You can use your chakras. You can just breathe. You can follow my breath if you want to. All right. Hey, Eves. Hope they're tidy and clean after or recycle. Yeah, the bodies get recycled right back into the earth. I don't know about the soul. The soul continues. Robert, I'd answer your question, but now is not the time to do it, only because it's meditation time. But I appreciate that you asked it. What do you seek? I seek the divine. All right, my friends. I'm going to put on my mask. This Sangha, this gathering is really for meditation practice. It's really for a time for us to gather together and share the divine light between us. Where 2 or more are gathered, I am there. The divine is present with us. And the more we practice together, the deeper we go, the more light there is inside us, the more we aim for home. Feet flat on the floor for me, relaxing my feet and my calves and my thighs. My spine is fairly straight. Adjusting my mic a little. Relaxing my neck and my shoulders, hands full, and this shape on my lap. Full breath in, filling your lungs. Belly breathing. Hold right up your spine. Down again. Peace and love. Thanks for meditating with me this morning. See you soon. Hi, Brandon. We meditate together. It multiplies the presence among us. See you Sunday. Namaste. Peace and love. Thank you all for being here.